Hello folks and welcome back. On this episode we're going to install a new backup camera that has a tire pressure monitoring system built into it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. For a long time now, we've had a good relationship with the people at Haloview. They've sent us numerous cameras to test out, and we've loved every single one of them. Our current camera is the BT7 Solar, and it's been a great camera. We love it immensely. But now they sent us a new camera, and it's the BT7 with a TPMS. Now, they do have it with solar also, but I opted to go with the regular one here that plugs in, and we'll go ahead and show you how to set it up so you can do your tire pressure monitoring system with your backup camera and have just one display that shows it all. All right, when we first open up the box, first thing we've got is obviously the user manual, which we're going to set that over here on the side. It comes with one repeater, or signal booster as they call it, for the TPMS, which we'll use one, but it also comes with a second one, and I don't think we're going to need it, but it's if you have a longer trailer and you need an extra boost to get your signals up to the front. These cameras are used on everything from RV trailers all the way up through tractor trailers, so they give you a lot of boosters. They sent us 4 TPMS sensors that go on our actual tires. We're only going to use 3 of those, one for each tire, and I'm actually going to stick one on the spare now. We have a suction cup mount that goes on the windshield for the monitor. And we also have a permanent mount if you want to mount it permanently on your dash. Also in here, obviously, is going to be the camera. And it's the same camera that we've used for a while now. The current one we have is uses solar panel, so it has a battery on the back side, but it's still the same camera. And we know it works good, and we know it's got a good display. They also send you the new monitor, and we have to have this because that's basically what your TPMS is built into. Down on the bottom, they give you the batteries for the tire pressure monitors. They've got the cigarette light plug for the monitor, that just like the one we have now. They give you a USB-C to USB cable that you can plug into a USB port on your dash and then use this to power your monitor. They give you tie wraps and the locking nuts for your TPMS system. They give you adhesion promoters that you use for the sticking everything down with VHB tape. I think there's a screen cleaning in there and a couple other items. We'll figure all those out when we do the install. Give you the backing that goes on the camera. They give you a mounting pad, rubber mounting pad for the camera. They give you compression fittings or crimp fittings for the cabling. And they give you screws that you're going to need to put everything together. And then over on this side is going to be your power cable for your camera. This is what we're going to hook up on the inside of the trailer. They give you this cable, which is for pairing. When you initially do it, you're going to use this cable to pair your actual camera to your screen. Give you all your antennas that you're going to need, one for the camera and 2 for the screen. And I'm not really sure what this cable's for, but we'll figure that out as we go. Now, the hole for the power coming into the trailer I drilled on a previous camera, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that portion here so you can see how we actually drilled the hole into it. Just remember that black mount doesn't go to this camera. Now, as I drill through here, one thing to keep in mind, this portion of the fiberglass is fairly thick. So it's going to take a minute to drill through the full fiberglass here. Now, once you break through the fiberglass and you hit the carpet on the inside, actually flip your drill into reverse and drill through the carpet with it running in reverse. That'll keep it from winding up the carpet on the drill bit. And now that we have the hole drilled, we're going to put our gland seal in here. That's what this piece is called that goes through the fiberglass, and it seals up the cable that comes into the trailer. Now this one's a little tight because there is some silicone down in the hole from where I did it last time. So just I'm going to screw it in here, and then once I get it screwed in all the way, we'll go inside and put the nut on it, and I'll show you how to do that. We're going to take the nut now, go inside. We're going to screw it on by hand, tighten it up as much as you can by hand, and then go ahead and use a pair of pliers and tighten it up. And you may have to cut some of the carpet out around this to get good access. Now I'm going to use VHB tape to mount the camera. That's what I did last time. It worked good. I'm going to clean the trailer first with the adhesion promoter. And then on the actual tape here, you can see I cut the edges out so it matches the shape of the camera. And the first thing you're going to do when you want to mount your camera is feed your cable down through the gland seal, and you just use your hand to hand tighten the nut, and you'll get a good seal on it. I also took shrink wrap and put it around the connector that goes to the camera so I get a good watertight seal there. And then the last thing we did is take our camera and take the backing tape off and firmly push it down on the trailer, and you can see it's mounted pretty good. And I did this before and it worked great. Now the electrical, I just came in, went to the back of the trailer, ran it across with the antenna cable on the back, and I went over to the passenger side of the trailer and tied into the 12-volt receptacle box that's over here in the back. Sorry I couldn't film it while I was doing this, but it's really tight in there, and I didn't have room for the camera with my hands in there to try to do this and be able to see what I was doing. And the next thing we're going to do is hook up our signal booster for our TPMS system. And how we're going to do this is we're going to tie into one of the 12-volt receptacles up by the sink in the trailer and use that as a temporary location just to make sure that we're getting a good signal to our actual monitor from there. And if we are, we'll go ahead and permanently mount it. All right, when I've set this up, I've got my monitor set up inside the house. I've paired it with my old camera because any of these BT7 cameras will work. Even though this one has the battery on the back, the camera up here is still the same. So we're going to go ahead and use it to show you how to operate the screen here. Now the screen is the touch screen, so when you press it, hit it one time, it'll bring up your channels, which if you had multiple cameras, you can select which channel you want, or you can hit this end one down here, and that brings up where you can adjust your volume. You can touch this one to pair, which is how I paired to that camera. You can adjust your picture. You can turn mirroring on so that it looks like you're looking at a mirror, rear view mirror, which is what I do because I use it as a rear view mirror on the trailer. You have Q mode where you can select what mode you want your camera to be in if you had multiple cameras. If you only have one camera, it's only going to come up in one mode, and that's what you're seeing now. You have your settings over here where you always want your trigger off, you want NTSC on, and I have mine set on auto dim. And you've got scan where you can scan if you had multiple cameras, you can tell it how often you want it to scan each camera. Park lines, this is where you would adjust your park lines if you're going to use them. You can set this to set your record. Mine automatically goes to record when I start it up. And then if you have videos on here, you can hit this button and play them. Now from the front screen here, if you hit twice, it brings up where you turn your park lines on and off. You can turn your speaker on and off. You can adjust your screen display. This one right here turns LED lights on the camera. You'll see how they come on. So if you want backup LED lights when you're backing up, it'll do that. And then this button here starts and stops your record. You see how the record right here goes off and then it comes back on. And that's the basic camera functions for this. It's very simple, very easy to use. And the book is very good about it, explaining it all to you. Now, TPMS, if you hit this button right here, it takes you in to set up the TPMS. And on the TPMS, I have these front two tires as my trailer tires. So this is my right tire. And all I did was come in here, it automatically set it as sensor 1. And I hit it, put in the manual ID for the sensor I screwed onto the valve stem. And this is what the sensors look like. They just screw onto the valve stem. But on the back side of it, down here at the bottom, and it's hard to see in the camera, but there is a number here. So I would just put that number in here for the manual ID, and then that automatically finds that sensor. And then you want to set your actual high pressure, your actual low pressure, and your high temp. So right now I've got mine set to 65. If it goes over 65 alarms, it goes below 45 it alarms, or if the temperature goes over 158 it alarms. And then it's the same for the left tire on the trailer. And then I've got this one back here set up as my spare tire on the trailer. And once you set them up, it's that easy to operate it. And if you get anything out of specs, and the book lists everything that will set off an alarm, it'll actually do an audio alarm and a physical alarm on the actual screen here. And while you're driving down the road, as it's filming, it's going to have this little icon up here, which is going to show you the two tires that I've got set up on the trailer. That's not going to show me my spare. I have to tap that if I want to see my spare pressures. All right, well, let me go ahead and show you the video where I actually set up my spare tire, and then I'll show you the video where we actually ran down the road with the system actually working on our trailer. Now, I've already put in the trailer tires. Let's go ahead and do the spare tire because it works the same way for both of them. And on your sensor here, there's going to be the number at the bottom. This one is BEAFCB. And all I'm going to do is come up here on the screen. I'm going to touch my rear, what I'm going to use as my spare, the rear tire. And then I'm going to hit the manual ID inputs. And then I'm just going to type that number in here. And then that way the system knows which which sensor is which. And now that we have the sensor number in here, we're going to just verify we've got the right one. And then we'll go back and install this on the actual spare tire. And it just screws onto your valve stem. Just remember, if you're going to use these sensors, you need to have metal valve stems because the rubber ones will not hold up to the sensor. And let's go back up to the Jeep and we'll see what we've got here. And you can see now that we have a pressure and a temperature on our spare tire on the back. And we have pressure and we have temperature on our two tires on the front. And you can cycle through, and when you go back out to the main screen, you'll see the two trailer tires. Now, it doesn't show you the spare tire, but it does cycle back and forth between the two trailer tires. And if you want to see the spare tire, you just touch it and it brings up the TPMS system. Well, that completes the installation of our camera and TPMS system. We would highly recommend the Haloview cameras. We've used them for years and they're great. We want to tell you we appreciate you watching. Thank you very much for your support, and we'll see you in the campground.